Hello everybody, this is Karuna. Good morning from Thailand this time. Today I want to touch again the subject of duduk being out of tune on the upper notes here on the upper register, because this is the problem which is reported the most to me. I mean from the ones with whom I have private lessons, the beginners mostly. Yeah, it's mostly the beginner's problem, and it is like in 100% of cases with beginners that they have this problem with these notes being sharper, being out of tune compared to the lower notes. If everything is alright with the lower notes and everything is in tune, then when the beginner comes closer to this D and E and F sharp, G and A. So here is mostly everything is like much sharper, or at least a little bit sharper. Yeah, there are a couple of practical points I can mention here, and the most obvious and probably also the least obvious point is that you don't play enough. You are not playing enough duduk, and that's why this kind of problem appears. So if you play enough, then your muscles will be trained, will be in a better shape, and then most of the questions will just disappear and everything will come into tune. But since you are not practicing enough, your muscles are still weak and they are not able to intonate properly. They are not able to contract and relax at the proper time point, and that's why it also comes here into the upper register. The closer you are to the point of blowing in the air, the less control actually you have over the notes, and the more control your body is trying to have here. And unconsciously the lips are pursuing this feeling of control. They try to contract here, and if they contract, they press more onto the reed, and that's why the sound goes up. It goes sharper. So you need stronger muscles to be able to intonate properly. It sounds a little bit contradictional, but the stronger your lips are, the more they are able to relax when it is necessary. For example, here it is more necessary to relax and give more, let's say, space to the reed here, starting from 3 fingers here. So if they are weak, they also need more breaks, because if the lips are tired, again they try to impose more control, and again they are pressing more than needed. So have more breaks. If the lips are tired, they are not able to play those notes properly. Just see if you are tired, put duduk aside, wait for a couple of minutes, then start again. And if you practice enough, this question most probably will be solved by itself. Up until there, just follow my advices. The next point is make sure that the reed is ready to be played. So sometimes it's not that obvious that the reed is ready, and you might open the cap and see, and the lips are open, maybe not wide open, but still open, and you start playing, and then you feel you are out of tune on the upper nose, which is quite normal. So it is from reed to reed always different when the reed is ready to play. It is just by experience you will understand, you will feel the reed better, and you will know, okay, now the reed is really able to be played. If it is not able, I mean, if it has not absorbed enough moisture, enough humidity, probably every reed will be out of tune in this situation. Take your time, prepare the reed properly. Maybe play for the first 5-10 minutes, not giving too much air pressure, and then you will see that even the reed which was a little bit out of tune on those notes in the beginning of your practice, after 10-15 minutes of your practice, it gets slowly into tune. And also don't expect too much from the new reeds. If the reed is new, most probably it just needs to open up properly to start flowering. You know, most probably it needs some days or maybe even weeks of your practice. Just practice, 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 and the reed will come more and more into tune. The next thing is that probably you have to play a little bit with the pitching. If the pitching is not in a proper position, it can be that the reed also comes out of tune. So if you try to play it with less open reed lips and you feel those notes are coming out of tune, try to release a little bit the pitching. Yes, it will be harder for you to play, but it can change the situation quite dramatically. You will see that with wider open lips, suddenly all tuning comes into place. My next point is leak the reed from time to time. Just do like this. If you feel a little bit sharper, do like this, and immediately the pitch goes down. You will see immediately the difference. The pitch goes a little bit flatter if you do this. Don't forget. My next point is about grabbing as a little from the reed as possible with your lips. If you do it, you kind of give more space to the reed. So giving more space means the reed is more able to intonate properly, to do what it is supposed to do, like to move as it is supposed to move, to be able to move like that, you know. Just giving more space, and for this grab as little as possible before the skin which is on the sides of the reed, definitely just before it. So, and then of course shading the holes and keeping your fingers as close as possible to the playing holes is also a very important thing. So for example, if you are ready, you feel you are sharper on this note, so have this finger here. This is the must on the duduk. You have your index finger here above the fourth hole. You are shading this. Do like this, shade it. And when you open the next one, open it just a little bit like that. Don't open like this. If we don't open it too much, we also there is the effect of shading. The less you open, the more you shade it. So the pitch goes again down. The same you are doing on the next note, the note of F sharp. Stay closer to the playing hole and play always with this fork. So this finger and between those two fingers. When you close the next hole here using this fork formula, then you also a little bit make this note flatter. Again, shading here, opening so, and then opening so, very close to the hole. And then if you play the scale, let's say, of B minor, you have to open the note of G, also intentionally intend to open it less. Just every time you open any half tone, intend to open it less. Then there is a higher chance you will be in tune. And when you come to the all open notes, note of A, also keep the finger here, shading this hole. Shade it as much as necessary for the tuning to be correct. You see, I'm shading quite a lot. This is important. And when I spoke about giving more space to the note, I mean, there could be some lower jaw movement here, like the lower jaw goes a bit down and everything inside of your mouth goes a little bit to the sides, kind of giving more space to the reed. The upper soft palate goes up and the throat kind of also goes like to the sides, opening more and more. You see? I'm kind of the whole thing goes a bit down, the lower jaw, and also these two areas are being inflated, so everything goes down, and inside of my mouth everything, the palate goes up and the throat goes also wider. That means giving more space to the note. If you give more space, the pitch goes again down. This is the part of the science of the correct lips position, correct setting of the whole mouth while playing duduk. Okay, that's enough for this lesson. Just that many points. If you follow some of them or all of them, your intonation on Armenian duduk will improve immediately. That was Karuna. See you in my next videos. Ciao, ciao.